Well, continuing with the second part of the speaking practice, um, the question is, uh, do you like cooking? Well, speaking about cooking is a task family related or yes, family oriented. In general, yes, of course, I like cooking. I do that every day. Uh, since my condition is married, I have two children, so I have to cook um, via my. Cooking is an important topic in every day since it's in fashion nowadays. In my country, cooking becomes um, an important task since we have Peru is considered a famous country related food or food related. Since we have a famous chef that they are um, they are doing they are doing his or her job in order to show the typical and delicious Peruvian food around the globe. The second question is, do you prefer home cooked food or food from restaurants? Uh, Honestly, I prefer home cooked food since everybody knows it's health related. Also, it could be economic based. You when you cook something at home, obviously you are spending less money. You are doing something healthy, and you don't have to spend too much time and money doing it. I believe for many reasons I prefer a homemade food. Also, going to restaurant could be something not important but um, interesting for people in order to try some international food, or when you need to take a rest, or when you want to take it as a leisure in your free time activity, something you need to relax, to get relaxed. I believe could be a good idea to go to or take food from restaurants. Um, Finally, I would say that some people prefer going to restaurant since they argue that they don't have enough time to cook some something at home, or because they don't like cooking, they hate cooking at home, so they decide to go to the restaurant. In my case, definitely I prefer cooking at home and do this kind of things at home, because it's money related, it's a health oriented issue. Well, the part two of the speaking is describe an interest or hobby that you enjoy. How you became interested in it, how long you have been doing it, why you enjoy it, and explain what benefits you get from this interest or hobby. Well, my interest or my hobby that I enjoy doing is doing could be doing manicure. It's a nail design. Um, I became interested in it when so some times ago, 3 years ago to be exactly, um, I participate in a private lesson, in a lesson related it, and I since then I became interested in doing that. Um, I have been doing it for since then I have been doing that. It was 2 years ago. I started doing that 2 years ago. Um, I believe also I keen on doing it since my lovely daughter uh, my lovely daughter wants uh, to do this kind of things, like anyone else, any other girls, because she's 10 years old only. I enjoy doing it because after having hard working or hard study, I need to do something different from my usual activity. So I believe it's a good way to do that, and I believe that, from my point of view, the benefits that uh, this hobby brings me is that, doing this activity I felt relaxed. Um, I can um, I can um, I allow to my brain uh, work in this kind of task, because when you have to design something you need to to have creativity or imagination, since it's a design related task. When I need to combine or fix or mix color and some picture on it, I have to have imagination and how to do it. Um, as way uh, the way as I see it is a relaxing activity that it allows me um, to be less stressful, or also to be in touch with my friends or relatives, uh, because sometimes when they come to my house, I always always bring or offer uh, to make manicure, and finally they feel happy. And the part three of speaking is, the question is, do you think having a hobby is good for people's social life? In what way? Well, having a hobby is important for people in general, and even though some of them say that they don't have enough time to do some or to have a hobby, I would go as far as saying that people need to get relaxed after after hard work or hard study. The more they feel stress, uh, the less possibility they would have to continue to get doing her or his habitual activity. Um, having an important hobby or having an interest is important issue in today's world, since technology are trying to are are trying um, to to take people lives. So people seems to fight with them because it's like a competition. I believe this kind of experience, or what what people are experiencing nowadays are became they stressful, and that way I believe that if I have if I have to say something to people, I I I I will recommend them uh, to have any kinds of hobby or doing something different in their free time, or they must have they uh, they should they should um, try to have some some free time to do some relaxing activity. Anyway, the other question is, in your country, how much time do people spend on work, or and how much time on leisure? It's a good balance, do you think? Well, speaking about my country, uh, in tasks related hobby and or leisure activity or work is a lifestyle related or lifestyle oriented issue, since in my country the most of people are working hard. In some cases they have to work into one more than two jobs, or one or two jobs uh, in order to in order to fulfill the necessities of their families. So if someone asks me about my job, I I definitely, or I'll obviously say that uh, I have a part-time job at the moment that allow me to have some time, or enough time, some time, a little bit time to practice some leisure activity that I consider it as important in my life. Uh, Also, what about leisure activity is important for people, although they don't, and even though they don't have enough time. I would go as far as saying that people need to have some time to practice leisure activity, because it's health related issue. It's an important task in their lives. People uh, shouldn't be worried or concerned about their jobs. Also, might uh, they might as well uh, be interested in doing some relaxing activity, and thus they can balance their lives, and and they don't feel uh, too much stress, or they don't have they don't they can't work, thus they can work efficiently, and they don't have they don't have any kinds of problem in their jobs. I believe having a good health and physical and mental health uh, definitely are two um, main important things